Welcome, willkommen, bienvenue to A Hunter's Guide. I am your sniffly-nosed co-host, Ragnar, along with my equally as cold co-host, Wolf. How
It's
are you?
very chilly.
It is very chilly. Unfortunately, Asta's not here tonight. She's not feeling well. Hopefully she'll be back next week. But this week, we'll be going over the Bermuda Triangle, the Michigan Triangle, and the Hoia Baciu?
Yeah, the Hoia Baciu Forest in Romania.
What? Why is it always Romania that gets the creepy, just weird, obscure shit?
From what I've gathered, it's actually on par with the, what is it, the Japanese Forest of Death?
What, the Suicide Forest?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Except this one's less suicide, more,
People on spikes?
no, disappearance.
Oh, I thought you were about to say this is like Vlad the Impaler's burial ground with all the people he impaled.
Nah, it's like, combine the Paranormal Doll Island and the Suicide Forest, deaths. That's what you get.
Oh, God. Oh, no. No. No, 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 no.
Except replace dolls with aliens.
No, 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 no. That,
And weird
that-
trees.
Huh?
Yeah, they got weird trees.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Hey. But before we get into that craziness, we're gonna be doing a game. I've never had sex with another woman.
That's the one you were telling me that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just imagining you in your Harley Quinn outfit.
I have never had sex with a woman while dressed as a woman.
Are you sure?
I am.
Positive.
I was surrounded by guys at the time, and I was single and not fucking. Yes.
Hey, man, I'll gladly admit that I got laid dressed up as a fucking dwarf. Which
that's
doesn't
not a
make
female.
sense because
Not a-
I'm 5'9".
Fair.
I am not a dwarf.
Never have I ever had the blues after sex.
No, I have.
I've had sad comes.
Yeah, I call them my pity comes. I kind of blame my first girlfriend for that. The first one I had sex with, like,
Coitus.
regularly, yeah. But I don't know. With her, it was like 4 or 5 times a week.
Hmm.
And then the next girl I dated, it was only like once a week, maybe twice a week. And I'm like, damn, why did I leave that?
Yeah, I went from like once to another once, and then to a 3 times a day at least, to a 50 times a night,
Mm-hmm.
and then to a once, and then to a twice, and then I'm in this one where it's somewhat steady.
Hey, man. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing right now. Well, I do, but it's like tiptoeing on glass.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to break that.
Mm-hmm. It's a dangerous game.
It's a very dangerous game, and I'm very, very close to crapping myself. So, can you grab a bucket?
I got you.
Grab it! Never have I ever been yelled at for having an orgasm too fast. No.
I've never been yelled at for it.
No, I've never nutted, like, quickly.
I've nutted quickly a couple times, but that's mostly because they're going too hard too fast. What?
I mean, okay.
I'm missing a gauge.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Dude,
motherfucker.
it fucking fell out.
I hope it's in my shirt. I don't know where. It's probably where I was working out.
Oh god. Do you want to go grab it?
After.
Okay.
It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, okay. When you nutted that quickly, right?
Yeah.
Did they like actually yell at you, or did they
I
just
yelled at
like,
myself.
ah?
They were just like, can you keep going? I was like, of course. Of course.
Because with me, it's normally like, I nut once, probably like 15, 20 minutes in, and then that second one just goes for another 2 hours.
Oh, no. I'm not afraid to admit that, like, every now and then I'll come, like, almost immediately. And then the next one will be, like, 20 minutes to an hour later.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's like weird.
You just gotta get it out.
Yeah. Sometimes it's quicker. Sometimes it's, oh my god, this is taking forever. Jesus.
But then there's times where it's, like, from the get-go, it's hours.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know. The last time I had that was probably high school. Damn.
The last time I had that was whenever I was with the other one at work. And that's because she liked edging.
Mm.
So. Have you ever asked a stranger for a tampon?
No.
I think I did as a joke.
Yes, I did. I asked a lady if she had a tampon because I told her my sister needed one. And I grab it, dunked it in a thing of fucking red paint, and just slung it at the side of a building.
Oh my god. Nice.
Ooh. Never have I ever started a fight with a friend while drunk. Yes, I have.
Not while drunk. In that a fight, actually, you know what? I'm never the one who starts it. I'll say that. I'm never the one who starts it. You know me. I never throw the first punch. I never even egg it on.
Yeah, I definitely threw the first punch. I remember that night vividly. My buddy Jax was on the floor, and I don't know. He said something that pissed me off, and I can't even remember what the fuck he said, but it
was infuriating.
Yeah, it pissed me the fuck off.
He went there.
Apparently,
Wherever it was, he went there. I've never given my mother or father the finger.
I've definitely given my mom the finger. I fucking hate that bitch.
Behind their back, I think. I have.
I've never given my dad the finger.
I don't think I've given it to their face. Well, but I do have a story.
Oh god.
I do have a story.
Oh god.
So one time I was texting my friend, and this is way back when phones were a little bit more complicated.
What, like flip phone era?
Yeah.
Oh god. I miss those though. Those things were indestructible.
Oh, it was awesome. But yeah, so I'm texting my friend, and don't ask why, because I don't have the context anymore. But I started telling him like I'm gonna like fuck you, you know, like I'm gonna fucking fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you in the ass.
Oh
shit
my
like
god,
that. Like
no.
this is middle school.
Oh no, I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. I'm gonna fuck you up.
But it wasn't I'm gonna fuck you up. It was I'm going to rape you.
Oh god. No.
Because I have that kind of humor.
I'm gonna diddle your butthole, kid.
Yeah, because I have that kind of humor.
Oh my god. This other dude was probably shitting himself.
No, my friend was also in that kind of humor. The problem was, for some reason, my phone glitched, and I was no longer texting my friend.
Who are you texting?
My father.
Oh my god, no! You started... Oh.
So he calls me, and he just says, I'm going to talk to you when you get home. I disposed of the evidence. My dad gets home, and he says, he shows me the text, and he's like, so you're gonna fuck me, huh? Or I forgot what I exactly said, but it was something along those lines where like I was just going off on him.
Dude.
And I want to say it was some dumb shit just because it was middle school, but maybe it was I'm gonna fight you or fuck you up. But yeah, my sisters just back me up entirely. They're like, nah, that somebody must have hacked his phone or something. You did not get those texts from him. As soon as he leaves and he's like accepts it, my sisters just go, did you really fucking do that? That's amazing. Like, they were like praising me for a second. I was like, I didn't know.
Dude, see, you had that. When it came to my family, whenever me or my brother fucked up and our dad, sat us down or whatever to talk to us, we could never take it seriously. Because growing up with our dad, we learned that we can't be a pussy about it. If you're gonna beat us, beat us. We don't give a shit. We're gonna fight back, though. And he knows that.
Yeah, fair.
But there was one time where I got in trouble with my dad because he found cigarettes in my bag.
Mm.
And he sat me down and he was like, you're 18 and you're already smoking this shit? I'm like, dude, seriously, you've been smoking since you were 14 and you're gonna give me shit about smoking cigarettes? You cannot be a condescending ass like that, alright? You cannot look me in the eye and go, you can't do this, even though I did. That's not justifiable. I know it's you trying to prevent your own sin, but hey, I gotta fuck up too. Everybody has to fuck up to learn.
Yeah, I mean, I fully believe in learning from other people's mistakes as well, but hey, sometimes you just gotta make them in your own way.
Right. And that's kind of what I was trying to put to him, but it wasn't getting through, and that's one of, like, very few times that me and my dad actually came to blows. Hit for hit. And he did the same thing with my brother. Me and my brother did the same thing. That was our way. That's our family way. We don't settle it with words. We settle it with fists. I'm okay with that, though.
Yeah, I was the one.
Because that taught me that.
I think mostly I was the one being the parent of my family.
Oh, I definitely was for a little bit. And then my brother stepped in and took over, and it was pretty good for a while. And then my mom had to fuck it up. She just had to fuck it up. How many cards you got left? 2? Alright.
3.
I am... Oh, you've got 3? Fuck.
I did 3.
I think it's your go then.
Is it?
I think.
You started.
Did I? Fuck. Never have I ever had sex while taking a snooze.
My partner was taking a snooze.
Okay, hang on. I want to read the FYI on this. Just as people can sleepwalk, they can have sex while sleeping. The condition is called sexsomnia, and it occurs when people engage in sexual behavior while asleep.
I've seen that porno. But yeah, no, my
Which one? The one with the stepsister, the stepmom, or the stepcousin?
all of them.
Oh God.
No, but one time I was having sex with my ex, and she passed out in the middle of it. I didn't know till I finished.
Oh shit.
And she got more turned on by that fact.
I remember I went on vacation with C, like our second year together, and I think we were up north, like somewhere in New York, and we had a little cabin. I woke up one morning and she's just walking around naked. I'm like, babe, you good? Babe. I walk closer to her and all I hear is... I'm like, oh, you've got to be shitting me.
Sleep naked.
Yeah. No, I went to bed the next night and, like, she passed out. I pretended to go to sleep and I just woke up and I'm like, I need to see if this shit happens again. It didn't, though. That was the only time it ever happened. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Never have I ever fooled around with my trainer.
The one I had in college for a little bit, yeah. But that was only for like a month.
FYI, women may not need a guy, a vibrator, or any other direct sexual stimulation to have an orgasm, as exercise may do the trick.
I had a female trainer, so she was hot.
Yeah, I've never had a trainer.
I had it because it was part of the whole fraternity thing.
Fair.
Yeah. Gotta love that shit.
The FYI threw me off that a girl can climax just from working out without any stimulation.
Damn.
That's gotta be a very small percent, though.
Yeah. Whew. Never have I ever spent over $100 on alcohol in one night. Yes, the fuck I have.
I also have.
I spent like $300 on, I think, like 10 kegs.
I think I had spent like $100 just because I had a party coming over and I wanted to get one keg and then a couple bottles.
Oof. Dude, those kegs, like, we only went through about 3 of them that night. So we just kept using all of that beer that we had bought that one night for the next, like, 7 parties.
Yeah. Our keg just did not hit right.
Yeah. We were lucky enough to have, like, a refrigerator thing in the basement.
Yeah. Ours was just like, no matter how we did it, we did it right. We just couldn't stop getting foam.
It's probably like the pressure in the tube. It's probably not enough. You have to, I think it's like 33 psi, I want to say, or some shit like that you have to use for a draft thing.
I don't know. I just know we did everything right and we still only got foam, really. And we'd try to wait for it to die down into an actual beer, but at that point you're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Never have I ever told someone I cooked the food when it was actually takeout. I don't believe I've ever done that.
I've done that.
You've done that?
I've done that.
Bro.
Well, okay. I finished work at like 9. But this is when I was still working security. I had just gotten off the airplane too. So I'm just now coming back to fucking Georgia. And this one guy stops me and he's like, "Hey man, can you help me find my luggage?" Like, fuck it, you know what? I'll be nice. I'll help him. I did. It took me an extra 30 minutes and then I had to wait on a fucking cab to get home. I got home at midnight, and she got home at 1 o'clock from hanging out with her friends, so I just ordered Chinese fucking takeout, and I'm like, I made Chinese!
I think she knew.
Oh, she definitely knew, but she never admitted to it.
She didn't want to say anything. She was too tired and hungry.
Yep. I'm so happy about that. I've never whacked off to a nude picture.
100,000 times.
Yeah. I mean,
when we're men
in tights.
Also, long distance relationship again.
Yeah.
You do what you do.
Yeah.
I've never had sex while someone else was in the room.
No.
I have.
I can't do that unless they're like joining in. Yeah.
F was passed out across the room when I was with A. And that actually is the sleeping one.
Oh no.
That's the sleeping incident.
Oh my god.
And then there's also the time I was with Dumbass and he was recording the whole time when he was supposed to join.
See, I can't be in the room unless I'm joining in because I couldn't. Then it's.
I'll say I couldn't finish with him consciously, like observing us.
Yeah.
But I've also been that person in a room while other people have sex. It's awkward.
Yeah, I can't do it unless I'm in it.
The only time that it was no. The most awkward one was when I had to DJ it because he was my ride and I couldn't do anything else. And then there's the other time I was with my sister while a different couple was having sex, like right next to us.
Oh god.
Along with like 3 other people in the room.
Oh my god.
So that's awkward. Just the fact that my sister was with me while someone was getting fucked.
Look, I'm all into like public fucking and anything.
That's the first time I got drunk too.
It's like, I don't care. I will fuck somebody right in front of a Walmart. I don't give a shit. But it's just gonna be me and them. If anybody tries to come near us, I'm just gonna fucking swat them.
Listen, I'm a freak, alright? If my partner's down for it, I'll do whatever. I'll fucking have the whole fucking city join. I don't give a shit. But out of respect for my partner, I'm not gonna do anything she doesn't like. Or he, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, if it's cool with both people and anyone else involved, then you're good.
Nah, fuck third parties. Third parties are physical toys. They don't mean nothing. They are a physical toy.
I'm not talking about just that. I'm talking about like anything that has to deal with that situation. Like,
yeah, I know.
Yeah. If everybody is not cool with it, then it's not going to be fun for everybody. It's just going to be fun for like a handful of people and awkward for another handful of people. Like,
as long as there's full consent, let's do it.
Don't just leave some guy in the corner like fucking just creeping, just like, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home.
Shut up and eat your pizza.
Fuck you, Jerry. Fuck you.
This sounds like a wonderful night.
Dude, okay. The last Halloween party that I was able to throw at the frat house, we had basically everybody from all 4 programs. Well, as many as we could get to stay home that weekend.
Fair.
Yeah. So, me and R are going downstairs into the speakeasy bar, and we're setting everything up because every Halloween that we've been a part of that frat, we bartended the speakeasy bar.
Huh.
Yeah, it was fun. We got drunk with them, and the drunker we got, the more like weird drinks we could come up with. And if one of us dropped, we subbed out with 2 other people.
I'm just imagining someone physically drops in the middle of bartending.
Oh no, that's happened before. R dropped and fell on me. I caught her, and I'm like, "Are you good?" "I'm fine." "No, you're not."
I'm just imagining someone crumbling straight down, though.
Dude,
accordion style, just...
I felt bad for anybody that tried to go shot for shot with her. Keeping up with me is bad enough, but keeping up with her is like trying to keep up with God.
Dude, you should have seen me before I broke the threshold of being drunk. Because I could drink anyone under the table because I physically could not get drunk. I think there was one party, I don't know if I've said this in the podcast before, where I drank for 3 days straight, bottle after bottle after bottle, and I did not get drunk.
Oh no.
I did not get drunk. It was the third, no. I finally threw up on the 3rd night. And it was after everybody had already tapped out, died out, or fucking just gone home. There was a couple of people still there. This is a long-ass party. I'm surprised my mom let me get away with this. But, yeah, no, I think it was on, like, my 20th bottle. Maybe more.
Yeah.
I finally threw up. Felt sick for a good 30 minutes. Got up, came downstairs, and was like, I could drink one more glass.
Oof.
And then, my first time getting drunk, I finished a whole bottle of Jaeger and using only another bottle of Jaeger mixed with Coke as a fucking, chaser.
A palate cleanser?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I used Jaeger as a... I drank... This is why I can't...
syrup with Coke.
This is why I can't drink Jaeger anymore. Because my first time getting drunk, I finished a whole bottle of Jaeger while using another bottle of Jaeger as a chaser.
Why did you not stop?
Because I wanted to get drunk for the first
something
time.
Else?
I wanted to get drunk for the first time. That's all they had for me. And, yeah, the world became very, like, a 20-degree acute angle.
Ooh, no. You got the slope. Oh, no.
I got the fucking slope. Not on top of that, I had itchy balls that would not cease.
Okay, so you're the stumbler drunk. You're the walking on an angle because you can't feel what direction is north.
Well, that time. I haven't actually had an angle drunk since then.
Dude, my first time getting drunk, it was probably the worst out of all of my experiences because somebody gave me nothing but tequila.
Oh.
You do not give my family tequila. Any male in my family does not drink tequila because we get violent. I started punching everything. I woke up the next morning and my hands are bandaged and I'm like, what the fuck happened? My cousin leans over me. You tried to punch everybody like you were Rocky Balboa. I'm like, what? I did what?
Yeah, now I pretty much just get sea legs and then just, depending on the alcohol, my perspective changes.
Yeah. I don't know. The last time I got like really shit-faced, it was probably the most awkward moment of my life because I ran into our mutual ex.
Oh no.
And one of my other exes.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that was extremely awkward, just sitting at the bar with all of my friends from college, and I look behind me and I'm like, oh yeah, dude. Oh no. Yeah, I had like 3 guys hide me while both of them walked by.
Nice.
They did not know I was there the entire night. And I got in the car. As soon as I got in the car, like right about to close the door, one of them walked out and they were like, Ragnar? Yeet! I jumped into the back, slammed the door. I'm like, go, 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 go!
And rightfully suited.
Yeah. They drove me for like 2 hours. And then I crashed at one of their houses. And I'm like, I'm not going home for like another 3 days. Both of them know where I live.
Fair. But yeah, that's enough drunk talk. Now we're gonna get drunker while talking about fucking disappearing triangles.
Hey man, triangles are fun.
The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is one area of the world that almost everybody has heard about at this point. This famous area of water and air is known for vanishing ships, aircrafts, anything and everything that wanders in.
Why is it this one little triangle space of ocean is just like the void?
Not to mention there's islands in here.
There are islands in there. Why does nothing happen to these fucking islands? But everything that goes in there, it's just like sucked into the giant watery butthole that is Earth.
Not to say nobody has made it out unscathed with nothing more than a light seasickness. There have been mysterious disappearances since about the mid-20th century as far as we know. I mean, hell, we could have had natives rowing out into the canoe, we could have had natives sailing out with canoes, just trying to fucking see the oceans around, and just never returning.
Yeah, but there were also planes that were reported missing in the Bermuda Triangle from like World War II.
There's so many things that went missing in this triangle of death for who knows how long.
Oh yeah.
We only say the 20th century because that's when we had radar to detect our own missing ships.
Bro, Excalibur's probably at the bottom of the ocean, right in the heart of the fucking Bermuda Triangle.
The sail training ship HMS Atlanta disappeared with her entire crew after setting sail from the Royal Naval Dockyard, Bermuda, for Falmouth, England, on January 31st, 1880. It was presumed that she sank in a powerful storm which crossed her route a couple of weeks after she sailed, and that her crew, being composed primarily of inexperienced trainees, may have been a contributing factor. The search for evidence of her fate attracted worldwide attention at the time, and she was alleged decades later to have been a victim of the mysterious triangle, an allegation resoundingly refuted by the research of author David Francis Rain in 1997.
Is this why we lost the Super Bowl? Because Atlanta was cursed by a ship going down in the 1800s?
I concur.
That these motherfuckers cursed us to not win the Super Bowl. You motherfucker!
Yeah, no. So since there's not really much detail I can give you about the triangle like I can with other creatures, I just have a shit ton of disappearances.
Yeah, I kind of figured that because a lot of people have tried to go in there and like map it and kind of figure it out, but for some reason anything that passes through there, it's like an electromagnetic just disturbance, distortion, whatever. It fucks with all the machinery, all the sensors.
The only way we can fully grasp what's in there is satellite.
Or you go in there with an old school film camera.
Although there are plenty of cases where people have gone in with high-tech gear and come out without any incident. So it's not to say that, everyone who goes in there is fucked.
True. But a lot of people do.
It is a significant amount.
Yeah, you have a higher chance of being fucked over in the Bermuda Triangle than you do of making it out. But if you make it out, dude, you're lucky. And also, you're probably gonna have PTSD. Have fun. Take lots of meds. Don't go for the opium.
Another incident resulting in the single largest loss of life in the history of the U.S. Navy, not related to combat, occurred when the Collier Cyclops, carrying a full load of manganese ore and with one engine out of action, went missing without a trace with a crew of 309 sometime after March 4th, 1918. After departing the island of Barbados, although there is no strong evidence of any single theory, many independent theories exist. Some blaming storms, some capsizing, and some suggesting that wartime enemy activity was to blame for the loss. In addition, two of Cyclops' sister ships, Proteus and Nereus, were subsequently lost in the North Atlantic during World War II. Both ships were transporting heavy loads of metallic ore similar to that which was loaded on Cyclops during her fatal voyage. In all three cases, structural failure due to overloading with a much denser cargo than designed is considered the most likely cause of sinking. Although, to be noted, when the families of 306 crew members started asking questions, the U.S. government doubled its search operations. But just when there was no hope left, the government disclosed that there were no SOS calls, no wreckages, no sudden storms, and no remains of the ship. With sincere poignancy, the government declared the ship to be lost and its inhabitants to be dead.
So these guys are like, okay, the people that died in the Bermuda Triangle, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think their spirits still kind of like linger around there, or do you think they've moved on?
It seems to be a case-by-case thing, because sometimes you see ghost ships, sometimes you don't, sometimes you just see ghost crew, and sometimes it's literally just a ship.
Yeah, I know I've heard of a lot of stories of like, Davy Jones' locker where all of the dead sailors go. That's where their spirit is, cast to. But in this case, I kind of feel like that's where this applies.
Yeah, no, because most often it's just the ship as a spirit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the ship as itself, as a spirit, is just like, if that does happen, if you see a ghost ship, it's not the ship itself, it's the crew who have manifested together as the ship.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Carroll A. Deering, a 5-masted schooner built in 1919, was found hard aground and abandoned at Diamond Shoals near Cape Hatteras, North Carolina on January 31st, 1921. FBI investigation into the Deering scrutinized then ruled out multiple theories as to why and how the ship was abandoned, including piracy, domestic communist sabotage, and the involvement of rum runners. So, from what I gather from that, there is no indication of why it was fucking just grounded and abandoned. It just, whole crew disappeared.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey man, sometimes that shit happens. Like you know, they go on a Dunkin' Donuts run and they don't come back for the next 25 years.
but the car did.
Oh no, wait, that's my dad.
Really? Mine went for milk.
Damn. He dropped your ass off for dairy because he knew you were lactose intolerant.
Damn. Flight 19 was a training flight of 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers that disappeared on December 5th, 1945, while over the Atlantic. The squadron's flight plan was scheduled to take them due east from Fort Lauderdale for 141 miles, north for 73 miles, and then back over a final 140-mile leg to complete the exercise. The flight never returned to base. The disappearance was attributed by Navy investigators to navigational error leading to the aircraft running out of fuel, but the squadron's commander, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, was constantly in touch with the base until his frequency broke down mid-sentence. There was no static or lost signal, just complete breakage in the link. Those 5 aircrafts were never seen or heard of again. To top it all, the rescue force dispatched to recover the planes too never returned. The rescue force vanished in a similar fashion when their frequency broke down mid-sentence. After years of investigation, the case was closed with a tag of cause unknown.
Cause unknown. Why is that always something that comes up? Cause unknown.
Anything paranormal.
Yeah, it's always the same thing written
Animal
down in
attack.
any report.
Freak accident.
Animal attack, freak accident,
Natural phenomenon.
natural causes, something like that, or unknown phenomena. That's what I love when they use that. That was mainly for all of the UFO sightings, which was hilarious because all of those videos were released.
Yeah.
When Snowden was just like, here you go.
True.
It fucking, oh god. So many people came out of the woodwork. They were like, I knew it. I knew you bastards were covering up something. And, and everybody that doubted them was just like, holy shit. And I wish people would do that with the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
Because this isn't something that is, hiding behind a veil that only certain people can see. No, this is here and now real deal shit. I've seen people die from this shit, man.
Although it makes you wonder, with them feeling comfortable to release something, it kind of feels like them distracting from something bigger.
Yeah, and normally there's always something bigger. It's just the way of the world.
Out of all the accounts of the Bermuda Triangle myths, this one tends to stand out. This is the story of a ship, Ellen Austin, falling trapped to a ship that was considered to be a bad omen. In 1881, while Ellen Austin was on its way, the crew came across an abandoned ship that had all the amenities intact but not a single crew member on board. In an effort to salvage the ship, some of Ellen Austin's crew hopped onto the nameless ship to maneuver it to New York. During the course, Ellen Austin's crew lost track of the abandoned ship. When they came across it again, the ghostly ship was again crewless. That is when Ellen Austin transmitted for a rescue ship. It was communicated with Ellen Austin, was again dispatched a few of its crew members to the nameless ship. Upon reaching the communication point, rescue ships never found any of the two. Both Ellen Austin and the ghostly ship had disappeared. Hitherto, there are several accounts of sightings of Ellen Austin with that ghostly ship, trying to mislead the ships or just trying to capture the dispatched crew members.
I can just imagine some asshole standing on a rock. That way! You go this way! You come here!
My thing is, how creepy must that be? You're getting on a ship to help navigate it. Suddenly, your crew disappear from that ship. So you send more on, and then suddenly you and your ship are destined to constantly be seen as ghost ships.
Yeah,
from then on.
Let's send more people to die. That's a great idea. Who was their CO?
They didn't say.
I need a name. I have a freshly sharpened knife right here, and I think that man deserves a Cuban necktie.
Yeah, fair. There are lots of theories for what could be the cause for the mysterious disappearances. It being the Devil's Triangle is the most used pseudonym for Bermuda Triangle. It is believed that all the lives lost have been on an offering to Satan. It is connoted many times that all of those people have been sucked in by Satan to his demonic alley of hell. This certainly doesn't leave many chances of any survivors. Although if it's Davy Jones claiming souls, that's also another theory.
I believe it. Be like a soul collector.
I mean, you get more power the more souls you own, right?
True, especially with like demons.
Mm-hmm. And Davy Jones is probably a demon at this point.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? He's probably always been a demon, like from the moment he died.
Oh yeah, immediately. Some sci-fi experts say that Bermuda Triangle is actually an extraterrestrial base. People have shared accounts of strange lights suddenly appearing in the sky, blinking like some secret signal, and then disappearing just as suddenly. Sometimes strange noises accompany with the said alien lights that were quite like unintelligible words and spooky chants. More often than not, it's like women yelling in the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
Which also gives me the thought maybe there were fucking sirens in there too.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah. They're always included.
Fuck it. Compass and other electronic devices are said to go haywire here. Many planes and sea ships have disappeared in thin air due to the said phenomenon. No such technology has been developed yet which can defy this weird occurrence once exposed to its peculiar magnetic field. Which I find very interesting.
Yo, just find me Magneto.
Find out he's just on one of the islands and they're like, yeah, get away.
Get away, see? Yeah, see? Yeah.
Bermuda Triangle is said to be the location under which the city of Atlantis is submerged in the ocean. It is said for that the power in charge of Atlantis is what is responsible for all the disappearances. It is often accounted that the battered souls and demons of Atlantis attack the ships and airplanes to avenge their ruins. This theory could have some backing in the fact that we don't really know where Atlantis is at this point, and the people that live there are fucking pricks to the very tip.
Oh, yeah. They are snobbiest to the highest order.
Yeah, and they have no problem killing anybody above.
Nope. I wish they would all just rot in hell and die already, but unfortunately they live very long.
And not to mention their technology is well more advanced than any of ours.
Oh, yeah. Far, far beyond.
Bermuda Triangle is said to be so eerie that it has its own weather and environment. There have been reports of deadly tornadoes and violent storms when there were no such weather predictions for the area. Many lives and precious articles have been lost in such unheeded calamities of nature. Such strange anomalies have no explanation other than being driven by an atmosphere unbeknown to us mere mortals. One of the plausible yet equally impossible theory is that the Bermuda Triangle sits on the marshes of methane hydrates. If true, then scientifically it explains that methane can reduce water density, leading to the sinking of ships. But what it doesn't account for is the disappearances of aircrafts. Also, the riddle of ships with all the supplies but no crew members remains unsolved.
Weren't there submarines that went missing in this too?
I want to say there have been plenty of submarines that went missing.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense either. It doesn't matter the density of the water. It's a fucking submarine.
Yeah.
It could survive that shit, I think.
People claim to have experienced electronic fog in the triangle, which causes travelers to experience time lapse, sometimes resulting in loss of track during the tunneling. Most publicized of such accounts is by one Mr. Bruce Gernon. He claimed that he lost 28 minutes while flying over Bermuda Triangle and re-emerged on Miami Beach, 100 miles farther than his source. He said that all this traveling took hardly a few seconds. Also, he didn't notice the landscapes and atmosphere change. Even the people at base station back the occurrence that the plane went off the radar, only to re-emerge in Miami within seconds. This spot being prone to time travel or teleporting victims could be interesting if proven true.
If proven true.
I mean, shit, we could use that to our advantage.
Yeah. Can we get a professor, please? We need an educated man.
Some activists even believe that in the depths of Bermuda Triangle therein lies a secret organization. The member of said organization abduct and dispose of anyone who comes close to their base or to their secret, both figuratively and literally. Also, the organization is said to have installed interceptors, which makes the electronic devices, including the compass navigation, go haywire. No one knows how much truth lies behind such claim, but the pattern is somewhat similar to that of Bermuda Triangle mysteries. Be interesting. Whole organization of humans that just happen to be more advanced and evil. Pure evil.
That sounds like Nazis.
Oh god, don't get them involved. There are plenty of islands we could search.
But I want to find the missing Nazi gold.
Bermuda Triangle.
No. Argentina.
Supposedly.
There and several places in Germany that the U.S. Army was still not able to search, nor any other government that occupied that country searched, nor their own government searched.
Odd. They currently say that the mystery has been solved, but all they said, from what I saw, is that they currently believe that currents could be stronger there and sinking ships. That really doesn't account for lots of incidents, though, especially aircrafts, ghost ships, and UFOs.
Yeah. Okay, with UFOs though, when I think UFO, I honestly don't think Bermuda Triangle. When I think UFO, I think like New Mexico.
Yeah, but I mean, who's to say they sit in one spot, especially with so many different types of aliens out there?
True. I don't know. I guess it just depends on the being.
I mean, my simple thing is, if you're gonna like scientifically say that the reason is currents under the water, how do you explain everything that's occurring?
They can't.
That like also they said it was a theory as well. So even then, that proves nothing. You gave me a new theory. That's it.
People say the same thing about theoretical physicists because literally what they work in is theories. That's all they're going off of is theoretical. That's their whole science, which is weird.
With all this info, there is actually a triangle out there with more mystery, more disappearances, and less publicity than Bermuda's Triangle. The Lake Michigan Triangle is prone to all sorts of chaos.
Of course. It's Lake Michigan. If Detroit wasn't bad enough, you just had to throw Lake Michigan in there too.
The mysterious phenomena of the Michigan Triangle at first came into light in 1891 when a schooner named the Thomas Hume set off across the lake to pick up lumber and disappeared overnight in a torrent of wind along with its crew of 7 sailors. A massive search was conducted to recover the wooden boat, but neither the boat nor a piece of driftwood was even found. Since then, a century has passed, and strange events continue in steady intervals.
Somebody dropped off a magical monster in the fucking lake.
Probably.
I bet you fucking money some dumbass let loose a monster in the lake.
Details, honey.
$100. There is something in that bitch.
In 1921, another mysterious case known as the Rose Bell incident happened within the limits of the Michigan Triangle, in which 11 people inside the ship, who all were the members of the Benton Harbor House of David, disappeared, and their ship was found overturned and floating in Lake Michigan. The strange thing was the disappearance of the ship, which seemed to be damaged in a collision, but no other ship had reported any incident in those days, and not a single remain of any shipwreck was noted in the area. Many found the Rose Bell incident particularly eerie because the ship was rebuilt after an earlier wreck in the 19th century that met with a very similar fate.
So it had an incident before where the outcome was the exact same.
A wreck with no other ship?
Yeah. And then it happens again to the same thing. And nobody is just like...
Maybe let's check this out or not do it.
Maybe these are connected. Hey, maybe we need to, do some investigations. Instead, everybody's just like, nah. It's an urban legend. Nah.
Fuck it, I'll let my kids swim in there.
No. Just like fucking noping it out of existence. It's not gonna work, man. Shit happened. People are
died.
Gone.
People died.
Yeah.
The bizarre case of Captain George R. Donner is considered to be one of the most mysterious triangle disappearances in the world. It was midnight of April 28, 1937, when Captain Donner went to his cabin to take a rest after guiding his ship through icy waters. About 3 hours later, a crew member went to alert him that they were nearing the port. The door was locked from the inside. The mate broke into the cabin only to find it empty. He just vanished in thin air. There was not any clue where he would go. After conducting a massive, fruitless search, the Donner's disappearance remains an unsolved mystery. Another more fascinating case over Lake Michigan happened in 1950 when the Northwest Airlines Flight 2501 with 104 passengers on board crashed into the Triangle and was never found again. The tragedy was remarked as the deadliest commercial airline accident in American history at the time. Shortly before the crash, the plane disappeared from radar and lost its communication with the ground. To this day, the plane wreckage has not been found, and the reason behind the crash remains unknown. Whereas two police officers report that about 2 hours after the last communication with the flight 2501, they saw a strange red light hovering over Lake Michigan and disappearing after 10 minutes. This statement has made the speculation that a UFO played the role behind the crash of Flight 2501 and its disappearance.
Can somebody get me a list of everybody that was on that flight? Because maybe the captain was just drunk and he just flew them to Tahiti instead, and they just got off and lived their lives over there.
Hey man, I flew it straight as fuck.
I only had 7 margaritas this time, okay?
In the past 20 minutes. A popular theory conveys that Michigan Triangle Mystery is basically centered on an ancient underwater rock formation discovered in 2007. This is lying on the Lake Michigan's floor. The 40-foot ring of rocks resembles the Stonehenge that is one of the most debating historical sites, and one stone outside the circle seems to have carvings that resemble an elephant-like prehistoric animal called mastodon that went extinct about 10,000 years ago. There have been numerous reports of paranormal activity such as UFO sightings over the lake, and some even believe that the Michigan Triangle is a time portal, which is a doorway in time represented as a vortex of energy that allows the matter to travel from one point in time to another by passing through the portal. Over the years, the Michigan Triangle mystery is a puzzling mess that continues to add incidents and trauma to people's lives. it has gained the name of Michigan's Devil's Triangle to warn everybody to back off. I personally think that maybe the rock formation could be linked to Stonehenge and maybe even the Bermuda Triangle. Hell, maybe there's another stone formation under the Bermuda Triangle that we don't know of. Maybe the submerging of the stones triggers the formation and causes a paranormal magnetic field.
I'd like that.
It would give it a good reason.
Yeah.
Or, fuck it, maybe Stonehenge is made by aliens and that's like their telecommunication spot.
Well, maybe they need to fix it.
Get it
so
back.
They can use it.
Well, maybe that's the issue. They're working. It does work. That's the problem why there's triangles now. Or maybe, maybe it is that if it's submerged, then it, activates and it starts causing a triangle of just mayhem.
Ooh, that's some nasty business there.
Have we tried removing the stones?
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it, but someone should do it. Sounds like some curse shit.
I'm gonna leave that to Bob.
Bob, get on it. Another area phenomenon I wanted to cover is in my neck of the woods. Hoia Baciu.
Sounds like you're trying to fucking hakaluga. Hoia Baciu.
I forgot how to pronounce it. Hoia Baciu Forest in Romania is a 729-acre forest of mystery. The forest is just west of Cluj-Napoca in northwest Romania. If you went to visit, there are plenty of trails and tours to explore. I gotta say this name a lot, so I gotta... The Hoia Baciu Forest is often referred to as the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania, as it is said to be inhabited by the devil in person, by ghosts, and perhaps even aliens. The forest gained notoriety around the 1960s when biologist Shut the fuck up. When biologist Alexandru Sift photographed a flying object in the sky above the forest. After this incident, other inexplicable events soon followed, including the disappearance of a shepherd and his 200 sheep, which were never found again and gave the forest its name, and the disappearance of a 5-year-old girl who later reappeared 5 years later wearing the same clothes and without having aged one day or having any recollection of what happened. A woman also disappeared after a long time with a 15th century coin in her pocket. In the case...
She disappeared with money in his pocket. Whose pocket?
In the case of a missing woman having reappeared in the forest with a 15th century coin in her pocket. So, one woman disappeared with a coin, one person reappeared with a coin.
But it wasn't the same
Not
person?
the same woman. Not the same
wait,
woman.
what the fuck? What happened to the other lady? And where'd this random bitch come from?
What's this coin have to do with anything?
Yeah. Is this coin a port key?
They just transforms them.
Robots in disguise. I knew you was a robot, motherfucker.
There have also been many first-hand reports from people who have entered the forest, only to come out with burns, severe rashes, headaches, and high fever, which they did not have before. Some studies have revealed higher than usual radioactivity produced by natural uranium present in the subsoil.
Oh, lovely. We're standing on top of uranium. We're all gonna grow 3 testicles, including Mary.
Sign me up. Even
so you wanna go balls deep into something that has 3 testes.
Maybe I'll get 2 dicks.
Maybe, but that's a very, very slight chance, okay?
With my luck,
you're a dick.
No, I'm gonna have
you're
an
a
extra
double
dick.
dick.
Even the Hoia Baciu Forest trees themselves have an enigma, as these 200-year-old trees seem to be young, and most of them are twisted at the trunk or unusual shape. Most of the paranormal activity seems to be concentrated in a particular part of the forest, which is free of vegetation and formed into a perfect circle. The soil of this vegetation-free area has been tested, and no anomalies were found that would prevent the growth of any plant life. All of this reported strange phenomena, coupled with the numerous photographic testimonies of extraterrestrial lights and mysterious spheres appearing within the forest, have contributed to making the Hoia Baciu Forest one of the best documented paranormal sites in the world. Tours often use their groups to add research to the forest, since every tour is different and tends to have one experience or another. Visitor reports have included ghost sightings, unexplained apparitions, faces appearing in photographs that were not visible with their naked eye, and in the 1970s, UFO sightings were reported. Visitors to the forest often report intense feelings of anxiety and the feeling of being constantly watched. Moreover, the local vegetation is somehow bizarre in appearance, like something out of a make-believe story, with strangely shaped trees and unexplained charring on tree stumps and branches.
The first part of that just sounds like you're talking about conspiracy theorists.
This is a conspiracy.
Yeah, constantly being watched, just like, they're in the trees, man. They're in my fucking dishwasher. They somehow found a way into my goddamn trunk. They made their way into the...
Oh my god, fucking shit, man! Dude, I see a camera in my beard! Most people who live near the forest are afraid to enter it due to stories and legends that have been handed down. They believe that those who visit the site will never return back home. Many of the locals who have been brave enough to venture into the forest complained of physical harm, including rashes, nausea, vomiting, migraines, burns, scratches, anxiety, and other unusual sensations. Like an orgasm. No, I'm joking about the orgasm. But maybe not.
Whoa.
Maybe someone got laid.
Well, it wasn't me, so we're going to have to rewind and figure out who it was so I can smack that ass because I wasn't invited.
The most common phenomenon includes the sudden appearance of mysterious orbs of light. People also report hearing disembodied female voices breaking the heavy silence, giggling, and even apparitions. There are many cases of people reportedly being scratched. All these things happen with no reasonable explanation.
Does anything happen with reasonable explanation nowadays?
I don't even know what's going on now.
Exactly. Where the fuck did Elmo come from?
I thought it'd be creepier.
That was pretty fucking creepy. Don't ever do Elmo ever again. Ever. Ever. You are banned. Banned.
The ones are thought to be
Fuck you! I swear to God, I will grab a shotgun and pull an Elmer Fudd.
The woods are thought to be notoriously haunted by the Romanian peasants who were murdered here. It is believed that the souls of these tormented ghosts are trapped within the wooden confines of Hoia Baciu Forest, and that these entities are enraged by their predicament. Visions of these tormented spirits are sometimes observed by terrified travelers. Pairs of haunting, observing green eyes, and heavy black fog have been observed here. Many people report a feeling of being watched as they travel near the forest edge.
So they get towards the edge and they're just like...
Somebody diddling themselves.
Who the hell is touching my butthole? Like a little crackhead in a fucking internet cafe cubicle just ripping one out. Woo!
There's a lot of stuff happening here, and no way of narrowing it down to one reason. Maybe there's a portal to hell, poltergeist city taking over, alien hotspot. Hell, there could be another Stonehenge underground drawing everything in.
That's a possibility.
I just know that when I check out Vlad's Castle, this place is next on my list since it's practically right next door.
Oh, we're definitely going. We're definitely going. There's just no argument. There's no consideration. There's not even a fucking debate. We're going.
Just to find out that all the fucking dead Romanians are buried in that perfect circle of unvegetated grass.
Satan. I knew that fucker was still alive.
If there's nothing else you want to add, Ragnar, we can call this one a night.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right, cool. That's all we have for this week, so follow us on Instagram at a.hunters.guide or hg.ragnar. Send in some questions, suggestions, tips, and stories of your own to our email at ahuntersguide@yahoo.com. Send us some donations at our Patreon or PayPal at ahuntersguide. Proceeds go to equipment and more merch for you. We have shirts and more posted to our pages, but send us requests for what else you people want. Check out our website at pod.co/a-hunters-guide. Join us next week when we cover our next horror. Hunters, signing out.